This is the Gift of Gab podcast. I'm your host, Gabrielle, connecting you to the highest and flyest in the Mile High City. Follow me on all major platforms at the Gift of Gab 555. This episode is sponsored by the Ever Collection by K. Michael. Visit evercollection.nyc to get a pair of the flyest eyewear in the game. Tag me on social media in your eyewear for a shout out on the podcast. We hope that you enjoy the show. I'm excited to introduce today's guests, Nora and Audrey. Nora is with Coco's Landscaping and Audrey is with they call her Miss Irrigation. So, welcome ladies.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes, we're excited.
How are you ladies doing today?
We're bomb.
I'm doing wonderful.
You guys are bomb.
So are you.
I love that. So tell me a little bit more about you and your business.
I started doing sprinklers and landscaping.
And tell us who you are before you start.
Okay, excuse me. I am Audrey, owner of Miss Irrigation. I started my business this year. I have been doing sprinklers and landscaping for 20 years. I started with my father's business, Mora Enterprises. I decided to branch off on my own just to be a woman-empowered business and get it going for myself.
Tell it. I love that.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about the services that you offer.
So I do sprinklers, irrigation, installs, repairs, revamps.
Okay.
I do everything in landscaping, rock, mulch, fences, concrete,
Wow.
anything in the yard. Pretty much I could do.
Okay.
Or I do. I don't pretty much do. I do.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
And then tell us a little bit more about you.
Okay, I'm Coco's Landscaping. I'm Nora, and I do everything. I do mowing, trimming, blowing. My specialty are trees. So that's why Audrey and I work together, because she does my sprinklers and I do all the trees. I can design plants. I do designs. I do the same thing as Audrey, and we just bounce off each other. So,
that's awesome.
I love woman empowerment, and when I was at my lowest, Audrey was by my side. That's why I asked for her to be here today. So she's like the bomb. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yes.
I love that. And what areas are you each located in?
I'm in the Westminster area, but I do travel everywhere, and then Audrey goes everywhere as well.
Yeah.
So we do actually share clients together.
Okay.
And so we're just growing.
Yes, I love that.
Yep,
So they're available is what they're saying.
Yes.
If she can't get you, she can get you.
Yep. Exactly.
So it sounds like out of the three of us, you have probably been in business the longest, Nora, no?
No, actually, I have not been in the business.
Oh.
Audrey is more experienced.
Okay.
I was like, at the point when my husband left me with 4 kids, he's like, peace out, girl, $5 in the bank. And I was on Facebook. I did find out her father. And since then, we've been, we connected.
Okay.
We found
So you started this whole business out of kind of a crisis a little bit.
I did. I had no option. So I'm a single mom of 4 kids. I talked to her.
And you
her
went all
father.
in. It
Yes.
sounds like you just decided to go all in. That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
So
exactly.
then you tell me a little bit about what some of the biggest hurdles you faced when getting started.
100% the biggest hurdle I would have to say is being a woman. When I first started my business, I named it 303 Landscaping, and just to get people's attention.
Yeah.
And when I would show up and it would be just me as a woman, I wouldn't get a call back. I wouldn't even get calls.
I know how
One
that
time
goes.
I did flyers, not one phone call, because the name that said to call was Audrey Mora, a female. Nothing. That was 100% the only and biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
Yes, was being a woman.
No, I can feel that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh shit.
I can feel
dropped
that
the mic.
just being in a it's not mostly male dominated, but
Yeah, 100% it is.
radio, anywhere you go, you
Yes.
kind of have to bob and weave. And the worst
Yes.
part is being a female and trying to make sure that they understand you're here for business, not to go on a date or for you to bother me.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the biggest hurdles for me is just trying to put myself out there and then almost feeling not bullied, but just like we have this circle of men, and
Yes.
you can only get in if you
Yeah.
have this or
Right.
that.
Yes. No. 100%.
Yeah.
And but I also feel too like after the pandemic, how people like to start supporting small businesses and women-owned businesses.
Yes.
After the pandemic,
You saw a shift.
Yeah, I saw a big shift.
Yes.
And everybody all my new clients that I've been getting, always say I want to support local and a female-owned business. Like, everybody says that.
I started out of the pandemic, out of that space, and I really just wanted to take everything that I learned in that time of solitude, and then that I was blessed. I worked in insurance. It was a very guaranteed job all through the pandemic, but I was working from home.
Yep.
So in that time, I really got to know myself, and I did quit that really nice job because I realized that that wasn't my purpose. Even though it was stable and it was this, I just jumped off the porch and went, I'm going all in. I'm going to quit this. I'm going to start this podcast.
Yes.
I'm going to do this coaching business.
Yeah,
and
that's freaking awesome.
And I honestly think I saw such a shift. I learned how to kind of control social media, to find your tribe. Like, people are like, how did you meet all these people?
Yes.
Instagram.
Yeah.
I got invited to something, and instead of second guessing it or inviting on my whole group of friends so that I wasn't nervous, I said yes, and I went there with a purpose, and here we are today. And I just feel like I love that you mentioned that, because I feel like people really wanted to start supporting people, because
they did.
all of a sudden it just really showed us the powers that be. I call it the Matrix. They are in control unless we start to spread the word and educate each other about, we're all supposed to have our own gifts and share them with one another.
Yes.
Money isn't the only form of currency. Yes. Money is just energy. It's just,
I agree with
and
that.
I have gotten so far by just networking and exchanging services and knowledge and figuring out, hey, how did you start this? Like, finding another woman that just felt like, oh my gosh, that sucked. I had to once again just hold my breath and tell that man he was right, so that I could just move on with my day, because they have to be right. And I don't want to look like that crazy quote unquote female that just started the drama. So I have to bite my tongue. And I used to experience that a lot more. And I will honestly shout out Medicine Mama Kia, the one that is hosting that Witch Wellness fashion show. Because she was the first one that introduced me to a community of people that encourage and allow me to be authentically myself, not have to put that cap on it. And I feel like in business, it's such a stuffy, like, male-dominated industry.
Cisgender,
and I feel like the more you spend. That's why I did this. I'm like, oh my God, this is actually kind of tight.
Yes, I can't breathe.
But just creating communities where masculine and feminine can coexist, because not all men are like that. But unfortunately, the mainstream and big business is like that. And so that's awesome. That's awesome. I don't want to get too far off the train, but that was dope. So have you faced any hurdles? I like to talk to you mentioned being a single mom and coming out of kind of a bad situation. How did you find, like, what tips of advice would you give for balancing being a mother and being a business owner?
Okay, so all the credit I would have to give to my father, because I didn't even know how to trim. And I mean, now, Audrey, I can trim with my eyes closed. And my father would say, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. And I'm like, oh!
Shout out to father.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes.
It
My dad
was
showed
so,
me everything I know.
And I know
My dad,
her dad,
too.
dude. I know her dad. He's
Yeah.
like evil like my dad.
He's the man.
He is the man.
I always call it my dad voice when I like tell myself no for things. I'm like, turn that dad voice off in this situation.
Yes.
But the reason I survived and the reason I am the way I am today and I'm so meticulous, it's because of my dad. He taught me everything I know. And being able to be a business owner, I attribute that. When I was young, my dad had a business called Home Theater Solutions. And he just installed home like movie theaters into rich people's
Sweet.
Houses. And so we
Sweet.
always had the leftover pieces.
Yes.
He would go to all these shows
Yeah.
in Vegas and come back with the new technology.
And just little pieces. Huh?
We'd be watching the projector TV.
My dad
and he used to crack. He used to crack the code on the DirecTV, so we got all the channels for free.
Oh, hell yeah.
All of them, like pay-per-view, everything.
In the
Yeah,
90s.
it was so cool, and
I love it.
he was just so cool to me back then. And I feel like people get it confused when you talk about the struggles of men do this or a male-dominated industry, because it's not all like that. But there's a absence of the balance that has to coexist.
Yes, because my father would say, he would be like, one day you will hate me so much, but you will thank me because, like, I trim like no other. I can trim, edge, I can hedge. And I like, sometimes I cry because I'm like, oh, Dad, if you were here and you could see
You'd
me.
be so proud.
Because, Dad, I could make more money than a man can, like in a day. And Audrey knows this. I cut trees, I do hedging, I do everything.
She
and you like do the work.
I do the work, and it's hard, and like there's moments like my customers don't even know this, and I like crying, like, are you okay? I'm like, something got in my eye. I'm like, I did
allergies.
And I would give anything to hear him again and be like, Nora, you did it, because you like pushed and pushed him.
Oh, he's with you every day, girl.
I hate it because he'd be like, do it again, and I'm like, Dad, I'm so tired.
But look at who you are today. You're badass.
Yeah. I know I am a badass, dude. I am.
Yes.
So
he's got your back. He's got your back always.
For sure.
Always.
Yeah, but it's like, because, things
this
happen.
is like what a great like moment. I am all about women, like girl power. I'm all about it and embracing it, but they're always try to steer away from the men bashing, because I have my grandfather and my dad are my two beacons. That's why I'm so hard on the men in my life, because I'm like, you can do better. You can do better, and you should. If you know better, you are supposed to do better.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I love that. So, are you both Colorado native?
Yes,
of
we
course.
are.
Of course.
Colorado.
Woot.
All day. I have this tattoo right here.
Okay, show me.
It says,
what is it?
Homegrown with the Colorado flag.
Oh, yes, I love
my God,
it.
that's cute, Gabby.
It's almost like Grateful Dead. The colors.
Yeah, I love that tattoo.
Yes.
So he drew it all with a Sharpie on my back.
Really?
He's the same guy that did this lion tattoo.
Oh, that's badass.
And
badass.
I couldn't picture either of them before he started. I had to just kind of trust the process.
Yeah.
Shout out Rebellious King, whatever.
Okay,
He's really cool. I can't remember the name of his tattoo shop, so I'm sorry. But he is phenomenal.
Cool.
He is phenomenal.
Right on.
But Colorado natives.
Colorado natives, that we are few, far, and in between.
Yeah.
Like when you ask,
I know.
like it's crazy that that is even a question in our hometown.
I know.
Because that is the first thing that everybody asks. Where are you from? Are you from?
Yeah.
And you don't ever get, yes, I'm from Colorado.
I know.
Ever.
I know. Especially, that's the thing I hate the most is when, it's not I hate it. I appreciate all small business. I appreciate people's energy.
Yeah.
But when I'm doing this podcast, I'm always meeting people that are from out of state coming and bringing their business here.
Yes.
And it makes me sad to see our communities, so many houseless, so many people here.
Yep.
And we have such a beautiful state of resources and beautiful people
we
that
do.
have been so just maybe that we didn't, I don't know where we went wrong on the local community, because there is a little bit of a
it's not even that
gap.
we went wrong.
Well,
It's
just Colorado,
like
I
just
meant.
to sit and not even trying to talk shit about anything, because these new people, like my girlfriend says, all these new people moving in is keeping us busy.
Mhm.
It's keeping us all these small businesses going,
And it's really putting us on the map.
It is. It's 100%. And like I sometimes,
because we have people from California, Gabby.
I sometimes get mad and I'm like, go the fuck home. But I'm like, no,
because they pay my bill.
Yeah, because my girlfriend says all these
It's always
people,
my grandpa. He's the one that moved away, but he always says it's California and Texas.
Texas
But
and
it's
Florida.
It's because we have the oil too. So everybody thinks it's just the weed, but it is the oil. It is the oil that brought people here because it's everywhere. I'm from Fort Collins, so if you drive up north, you see so many of those oil rigs popping up.
My brother is in the oil industry, and all of his shit, But yes, people, please do come help the business grow. I appreciate you all. Yes, I'm a Colorado native, and I freaking love it.
So what are some of your favorite places in Colorado? It can be in nature. It can be places to eat. It could be
Laro Bear.
What is that?
It's right out of Morrison. Beautiful hike. Most beautiful hike you could take. It comes up to a castle, Bishop Castle.
Okay, Bishop Castle hike.
Yes. So you take it. So I'm gonna have the cucumbers and the right. So that's a beautiful hike up there. Absolutely love it. Beautiful fishing and camping. Deckers. Off of Pine Junction, take 285 up to Pine Junction. The best fishing and camping, and free camping at that.
Really?
Yes. You don't get free camping anymore. You
Nowhere.
guys are sit next to each other.
You have to pay to park.
Yeah, you have to pay for everything.
You have to pay to freaking park in the mountains.
Yes.
It's the worst.
I know, it's fucking ridiculous.
All right, where did I put my shout out?
And then restaurants. I mean, if you want me to do local, like old school,
anything.
How about Bastions off of East Colfax? They are known for their sugar steak, best food ever. I absolutely love Fire on the Mountain. I get down with some wings.
I love wings too.
Me too, bro. Fire on the Mountain, and they have bomb ass burgers.
We should have a wing off,
bro. I know old school Woody's Wings. I know. That's old school.
Yes,
and of course, I am gonna throw this out there. Chubby's on 38th. Get down on some Chubby's, people. You can't go wrong.
That's how you know you're from Colorado.
Yes, Chubby's.
I'm from Fort Collins, where there's no Chubby's. So,
but you know about it,
No, so I'm an adult when I first ate Chubby's, so I don't shout it out, but I giggle because my whole life I was like, oh, we gotta go to Chubby's. We gotta go to Chubby's right now. And then I come out here and I'm like, this is Chubby's. So the place that I really like that they have in Fort Collins, I can't remember. There's one on the corner, and I hate that I can't name it right now, but it's Cafe Mexicali.
And is it good though?
It's so fucking good.
Is it Mexican, or is it white Mexican Tex-Mex?
It's not quite like Chipotle and Qdoba, but it is towards that way. If I'm gonna go for authentic Mexican, I really like to go to the hole in the wall places.
Yes, no, those are the best.
And
Taqueria Mi Pueblo on 25th and Federal. People, bomb, best menudo, best tacos, best burritos.
Nice. That's like all of this is so close. That's why I love where I live, because where I live, it is 15 minutes from
everywhere.
Like here, this Honey Elixir bar, shout out these people. They have flowers in their drinks.
Flowers in their drinks.
We love it.
We're on our third drink, all of us, and they are tasty.
We're not leaving till we're not standing, yo. Bye bye, chicas.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Okay, She gave a lot of places.
I did.
The heat is on.
Throw it down.
My favorite, I'm old school. I like my paddleboard. No, I like to go paddleboarding. So I like Bear Creek Lake.
Oh, me too.
Oh my God.
Yes.
They always have tattoos.
Dude,
they feel cool with
They have happy hour on the lake around 6 p.m. You gotta be there.
Yes.
So I have my paddleboard.
I live
my kayaks.
really close.
I'm ready, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, Bear Creek. I've been living about 15 to 20 minutes from Bear Creek for the last 5 years. So that's my spot.
Bear Creek is also by the Barrel Lair, where I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
It's right on the Morrison exit.
I've never been there. I gotta go there.
Oh my gosh. Do you have an extra paddleboard or what?
I do. I have two.
You usually buy them in twos.
Yeah.
So I have like a little a little container so we can put our
Let's
weed
go.
in there.
No, Gabby, I do
Let's
work
go,
for a
girl,
brewery
down.
part-time, like 1 day a week. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I have concealants for the liquor. Don't you worry, girl. I
Nice.
got you.
She has a
And I
license.
do know the guy who is
I
like
got a
the-
license for that.
I'm
So you mentioned Vegas earlier, and the first time I went
Okay.
to Vegas, it was, or no, this isn't even Vegas. This
Yeah.
is Blackhawk. The
Okay,
little
okay,
Vegas.
let's hear.
So Blackhawk.
Baby Vegas.
I was at Blackhawk, and this guy was in the elevator, and it was like after 2.
Yeah.
So the guy, security was trying to tell him, you can't have that. It's after the, like, or he was telling him something, you couldn't have that right there.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
past 2 a.m.
guy told him, I got a license for this. And he tried to pull out his ID.
He's all, don't worry,
I got a license.
I got it.
Hell yes,
I was
love
dead. It was my
right?
first time up there, and I was like, Blackhawk is so cool. I was at the Ameristar, and I know it's expensive, but
I love
I
that.
go
love
there.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
It's so great. It's like,
Monarch,
fun.
new up and coming. My cousin works there, but their menu phenomenal. Their rooms, they have
Oh,
a pool. It's new. I mean, you
Okay.
know, a year or so, but
oh,
just
nice.
like Ameristar.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I love the sports betting. Do you guys sports bet?
I
I get down. I get down.
Really?
don't like to
You don't-
bet unless I'm sure.
Then I think
Sports betting.
But yesterday, the Nugget. I was telling my whole family the Nuggets won because of me, because it was a kid in my life's birthday, and it was his birthday yesterday. So I woke up and I told him, I said, I'm kind of powerful, so I'm telling you right now, the Nuggets are gonna win because it's your birthday. And he got a big old smile. And then when they won, I was barely watching the game. I can't watch TV. I can't do it anymore.
Me too, dude. I
can't.
The mental space.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
too much
I
TV.
get.
I can't watch TV
I
either.
do
I cannot.
movies
Sometimes.
and then I have my sports that I get down on.
Sometimes, and Power. I love that
One
show.
movie takes me 3 months
I
to
love
watch.
that.
Okay,
I
so
love
I did
that
Power.
shit.
I just did the first season,
Oh,
and there's
oh.
already the branch of.
Oh, you
of
gotta-
Power.
no.
I know I gotta get down.
I'm about to rewatch it because it's so fucking good. For the third time.
really good.
For the third
Power
time.
is
Because it's
good.
that good.
Oh
Yeah, you
my
have to
God.
watch it.
I just get
It
bored.
costs $6 a month. No, it's not boring. It is like,
Power.
it is so gangster.
I
Like,
pay for everything,
So-
but I'm like, I can't watch
so
it.
I told you as outside I have like a pass. So the only kind of TV that can keep me enthralled is that gangster, like cartel, like heavy action,
Yes,
like luxury
yes.
living. That's it.
Yeah.
Anything other than that, I'm falling asleep or I'm not even watching. I'm
Yeah.
on my little Instagram. I'm doing whatever.
Picking up your phone.
Mhm. So we talked a little bit about the woman-owned biz already, but shout out to all three of us because
Yes.
that's 1, 2, 3.
Go us.
I heard
Go us.
one-man shows. We
Yes.
definitely, you're going to hear more because we are linked up now. How can we follow you guys? How can we find you? How can we get your services if we are interested?
So I am Miss Irrigation Audrey. You can reach me through my website at www.mswaterguru.com. And that's my website. I also have an Instagram, which is under Water Guru 23, and I'm on Nextdoor for all you elderly folks.
I love that.
Yes.
Okay, as for myself, I'm kind of old school. I'm just going to design my webpage because
Me too.
She needs help.
I own the
I need
domain
help
already.
because
So
I
actually,
have a domain as well.
yeah,
oh, I got the
Yes.
domain. So I got like 5 of them.
Through GoDaddy, I did the
Oh, me
domain
too.
and the website, and I got the domain for 2 years and the website for 1 year, and I only paid $170
Awesome.
for all of that.
that's not bad.
No, not bad at all.
No.
Because some of them are
I bought the
crazy $400
domain
bucks.
and they say, oh, you can get the instructions to do a website.
No, we ain't doing that, dude.
Yes,
No.
I'm a
Yeah.
what? I gotta read. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'd rather shovel.
Well, me over here, I don't do either of those. So you're
Yeah.
going to have to find these ladies, Miss
Yeah.
Irrigation
Yes.
and Coco's
Call us.
Landscaping.
Yes. My kids actually advertise on Nextdoor.com. Nextdoor, the same. And then I advertise on Facebook. I am Nora Contreras.
We'll link
Gonzalez.
her in the
link
find
me
us.
on the thing. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
And then I am on
Phone number.
Instagram, but I'm not sure what my
Throw
name
your
is.
phone number out there for calls and texts.
Oh, yeah. Call me. 720-447-4461. We are available. We are out there. If I can't take care of you,
Out
Audrey
about.
and I are.
Yes.
We're a duo
If she
team.
can't, I can. If I can't, Nora can.
Exactly.
Tag team. Legion of Doom.
Yes.
We are yin and yang, yo.
Yo,
So-
I love it.
I have one. So, and I already talk loud, so that your microphone's probably picking me up too. So, a couple of my first episodes or some interviews, people were like, "You need to tell your guests to talk into the microphone because all we hear is you." And I'm like,
I know.
I do
Audrey
this.
and I talk about everything.
"No, you
We're talking
ladies
loud.
match
Yeah.
my level."
Well, that's why I
Yeah.
don't even come on your thing. I'm like, I got to bring Audrey because she's my
Yeah.
sprinkler.
You gotta throw it
buddy.
down.
No, I'm
our
glad you
voices
did.
down.
I'm glad you did because I feel like one, I want it to be a vibe. I want
Yeah.
to curate a vibe on my
Yes, hell
podcast,
yes.
and I want you to feel comfortable. I really.
Yes.
We are not here for a job interview. We are not
Right,
here
yes.
for somebody. I mean, hopefully we're hearing some investors. We need sponsors.
Yes.
Shout us out. We told you how to find us.
Yes,
But
please do.
anyways,
And just to throw out there really quick, Nora always does auctioning off things. Can I say that
Yes,
now, or should I
yes.
wait about it?
no, it's right now is a great time for that.
Yeah, and I would love to start auctioning things off too in ways of getting discounts with our business.
Yeah.
Miss Irrigation right now through the month of June is offering $400 off any job $5,000 or more. And also too, just like we said with the auctioning, Nora auctions off nuggets, tickets, dinners,
girl.
anything. She sometimes pays people's Excel bill. Nora gets down. Nora gives back to
Oh
the
my
community
God.
big time.
You know what? We try because when I started this business, I had $5 in the bank, so I always tell the children, we will always give back.
Yes.
My kids have a nanny, and I'm like, dude,
Yes.
I never had a nanny, so
I know.
we always contribute
So I need
back
some
to
tips.
society.
I need some tips from you. Like, how do I get myself a nanny?
Start mowing more yards, Gabby.
Do you want an nanny
Cut
for
the
yourself
grain.
or for
Cut
your
the grain.
kid?
So I can't decide. I can't decide if I want somebody that cleans up for me more or if I want somebody that cooks and shops for my food more.
Yes, I know.
Those are the two things I need.
I don't think I would be happy with anybody cooking for me unless it's a Mexicana throwing down the good good.
No, I want them to follow my instructions.
Actually, Gabby, they
I will
don't.
train you.
Exactly.
They
But
don't
see,
follow
that's
your
so hard.
instructions.
That's
I tell
so
you the
hard.
truth.
Because they're like, I do me, and I'm coming to clean your house, so be happy, you know?
Oh yeah, see, that's why I don't have a nanny or a personal.
No, it's hard. The
Yes.
other day, my kids, I was like, okay, can you walk home from school? And they were like clueless. Do you remember in our day?
Yes.
We used to
Across
run
in the
miles,
snow, uphill,
mile home
uphill, in the snow.
In the
And my
snow.
mom never cared.
I love that.
Fuck yeah,
That is
yeah.
so Colorado.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
I told the school, like, have them walk home, and they're like, what? So the kids
what does that
went.
mean?
They were holding hands when I arrived at the
Oh,
school,
that's
and they were
cute.
looking in the direction. I'm like,
Yeah.
I gotta go. You're that person. My kids are valuable.
Shit, that's crazy.
I know. I always tell my kids, I'm like, the only reason you have a cell phone is because I can track you. Because
Yeah.
Exactly.
in the 90s, I was no cell phone,
Yes.
no watch,
Exactly.
no nothing.
And
And I was hanging out with adults,
Time with the
like
sun.
baking,
the sundial, no.
baking, waiting for the lights to come
Yes.
on,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
hoping
That was the time to go home. Lights are
Right?
on. Let's
Yeah.
go home.
We've been that.
And,
Remember
like,
Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
That was fun.
Yeah.
summertime. Everybody's like, "What's going on?" It's like super late.
Yeah.
You come home, the parents are already like lit
Yeah.
already.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, for sure.
You're like, go for another hour.
Yeah.
Make us a Mai Tai.
Yeah, we all knew the bus route in
Yeah,
freaking
right.
5 RTD bus route, huh?
People are like, "Wow!" Every time I bartend, they're like, "Wow, you're really good at this." And I'm like, "Yeah." When I was 7,
I used to bartend my
They
parents'
loved me.
family.
They loved me. I was good. They said that I put the exact right amount of ice in there.
Yes, Gabby, you cannot take, like, that's experience, dude.
I know. I mean, you met me as a bartender, and I
I
mean,
did,
we've
too.
been friends ever since.
For a while, yeah. So,
I like those people that you meet that are just like
spontaneous.
right away, but you click right away, and you know you're supposed to be friends.
Exactly.
That's my
Yes,
favorite.
That's like the best.
So while we're waiting for her, do you have any advice for our listeners, especially women trying to start a business, trying to just
Yes, I do. Because you know what? My ex used to say, "You will be nothing without me." That's what he used to say. And I'd be like, "Okay, whatever, princess, go." And you know what? To this day, I make more money than him. I double, triple almost what he makes. He tried to steal my daughter's social security number. I'm like, no.
Yep.
Bring it, Gabby.
Yep.
Nothing is impossible in the life. You
Yep.
can do anything. So
Yes.
as a woman, I mean, it's hard. I cried for months.
I know.
But I'm like, it's whatever. We can do anything. As a woman, I mean, maybe it takes me and Audrey a little bit more time to do a yard, but in the end, shoot.
It probably looks
I can
better
do it.
in the end.
It
I
does.
feel like us
It does.
women, we put that nurturing effect and we like really cultivate spaces in a way that, I mean, men maybe help provide, but women cultivate it. Women really bring it together.
Exactly.
Oh, that was you.
quick. You like that?
Yes,
You like
I'm
that?
so impressed.
I
She
even
gave
washed
the
my
best.
hands.
She gave the best advice. So I'm
Okay.
going to ask you: do you have any advice for our listeners that are trying to maybe open a business, that maybe need a confidence booster, that maybe are just
I mean,
struggling?
to try to open a business, I think the best thing I could say is don't be afraid,
Yeah.
because that is it for everybody. Like, I've been trying to branch off my dad probably for 10 years, and I've been in the business for 20.
Yeah.
And this is my first year. And the biggest and only thing that was fear.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to make enough money. Nobody's
It's
going to
standing in your own way.
want me. Yes, it's yourself. And just let the fear go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Let it go.
And do you.
Yep.
How everybody always says, like, just be yourself and do you. And
You'll find the people that are going to flock to you if you actually just be yourself. That's what I used to struggle so hard, because I'm one of those people that makes lists. I cross it off. I do all these things. I'm like, I learned from men how to do these things. So I'm like, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. And I spent so much time planning and preparing and this and that. And now I just kind of find myself, when I say yes and when I do things that make me feel good and happy, I find my tribe. I find my people.
Yeah. Yes.
And
yes, and 100%, I agree with that. Because just like I said, like, my biggest fear was not having clientele, not making money, and like the people that I'm getting linked up with are like me.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They vibe on the same frequency that I do, and I freaking love it. You know.
Yes.
So yeah, I just say let the fear go and do
let
you.
it go, let it flow.
Yes,
That's what I always like to
love
say.
it.
So anything exciting coming up? Any last words?
Exciting in ways of business.
Anything? Life, business,
Colorado.
My favorite thing is getting my work photographed. Like
Oh,
photography.
yeah,
Oh,
pictures. Yeah.
Pictures. They promote it on business.
Yeah.
I do a lot of real estate now, and I'm bringing Audrey in with me because I just don't have the time, honestly.
Yeah,
so
I
Audrey,
know.
I need
So
your
let
help.
me know
That's
about
a
your
book.
pretty yards that I can look like a fairy in, because that's the next thing I'm trying to do.
Yes.
I want to be like a little
Fairy
earth, like fairy,
I love
like
it.
in somebody's beautiful
You
yard.
can sit in a fairy garden.
Yes.
I do a lot of
Oversized fairy.
What are they called? B&B?
Yeah,
Airbnb.
I do a lot of those.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that would
we'll
be perfect.
talk
Yeah.
because-
Yeah, for sure.
Put that out
Yeah.
there. Plant those seeds.
Exciting, big coming up. Mad traveling, loving the weather. Like I said earlier in the
Summer,
podcast, running the promotion for
Oh yeah,
anything.
5,000.
Yeah, any job over 5,000, I'll knock $500 off, and I guess that's it.
Yeah.
Loving life, living life, and loving family.
This girl is like out there, and she has time for vacations. Like,
I
it's
do
just
have time for vacation.
I don't.
Nora doesn't make time, and she should.
No, it's important.
You
If
gotta
you want
get back to
if you want to
yourself.
learn how to
You know what? My
make
father was
time,
a workaholic. I'm a workaholic.
My
So
dad is
I
too.
am out
My
there
dad
7
is
days a
like,
week.
my
But
dad's
if
like
you wanna
no
learn-
vacation, but no fun.
Okay, so our plans, we're gonna go on vacation, so
Yes.
we'll be chill.
Let's go.
yes,
Yeah,
check us out.
So
We'll go
girls-
live when we do.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
listening.
Thank you.
That was Coco's Landscaping and Miss Irrigation.
Yes.
I
Tell
will,
us if you need anything because we
Yes.
are available.
We are.
I
available.
will tag them in the description. If you've listened this far, you should definitely be hitting that subscribe, follow, whatever it
Yes.
says above you. Hit that. Don't forget to check out some of these events and reach out if you'd like to get involved.
Yep.
As always, stay safe, stay high, and stay fly.
Yeah, yeah.